Hey everybody and welcome back. In a few minutes we're going to be watching the Ghouls for Games showcase. It's a bunch of horror indie games made by women, developed by women, maybe featuring women. We'll see. We'll see what kind of games they have. But this is the start of the Dames for Games fundraising event. And just a little bit about Dames for Games. You can check out their website at damesforgames.org if you want to learn more. But kind of like the gist of it is that this organization creates a platform for women and femme identifying people in gaming. So they create like a platform like for showcases, women who have created games, content creators who play games, things like that. So I already donated. So we're at 7 more days to go for our Streams for Screams donations. But let me pull some stuff up because I want to talk about my schedule. So I don't know how long the showcase is going to be, but we'll see afterwards because they have a Steam event page that's already up. But we're gonna look through and see if there's any demos we can try out, and from there we'll see about playing a game, because like I said, I'm not sure how long it'll be. I think the last showcase was like maybe an hour and a half or something like that. And then tomorrow, 6 p.m. Cat Detective Albert Wild. I'm really excited about that. It looks really fun and quirky. And from what I heard, it's more of a visual novel, like a visual detective novel. Instead of actually trying to solve something, you're kind of just like, you talk to people and like the story unfolds. So it seems pretty cozy, pretty lean back, pretty relaxing. So I wouldn't mind doing that. And hopefully finish the game, like do a full stream of that, depending on how long it is. I think it's maybe 4 or 5 hours long, something like that. Sunday, same time, 6 p.m. We're going to go back to playing Alice Madness Returns because I started it. I really like it. It's super platform heavy. Like, like you are going through and you're just like, oh my god, some of the stuff is kind of crazy. It's probably like the most like platform intense game I have ever played. But it's pretty fun. It's very dark, very grim, perfect for spooky season. But yeah, that's kind of like my schedule. Unfortunately, I don't have many open days for streaming because next week I'm getting married, so I have to start doing a lot of getting things together on Monday and making sure we don't forget anything. so I think it's just going to be those days for streaming and trying to raise some money. But it does go on until, okay, so there's 2 different dates. There's like the 31st and the 7th of November. So I'm not sure if it does go on through the 7th of November, I can do more fundraising. But okay, I think they should be up very soon. Let me get this. I have so much stuff on here. Let me pull you guys up. Pull my chat up. Okay. And let me see if this works. Thank you, Streamlabs. How wonderful. But yes, if you would like to donate for Dames for Games, who is doing the showcase Ghouls for Games, then please consider donating through that link. So make sure. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Dames for Games. Okay, correction. Ghouls for Games, because we are doing a Halloween themed showcase. We have some spooky games for you guys, something creepy, a little cozy. We have some amazing spotlights, and we have an incredible special guest that we will be talking to later for our interview. But before we jump into it, I just want to remind everybody to please be kind to each other and be safe out there. I know there's a lot of crazy things happening. You never know what someone could be going through. And I know I usually end the show with that, but I really wanted to start it off with that because
Anonymous, thank you for the $20.
And we care about everyone out there, so please be safe and just, I don't know, stay positive. Things will
I love this alert sound.
But I'm going to step off my soapbox because we have some incredible hosts with us today. And I'm going to throw it to somebody I was super excited to get on, and I'm really thankful that they came on. Not that I'm not thankful for all of our hosts. I love you all. But this person is pretty busy, and I already fangirled her when I met her.
Oh my God. It was only supposed to be like 8 seconds.
So, Sam, please tell us a little bit about yourself and your costume. And again, thank you for taking time to be with us today.
Hey Destiny, thank you for having me back
Good
on.
Lord,
I'll take it where I
Streamlabs.
can get it. Any attention. Don't worry about me. Thank you very much. So if you're watching, you might know me as Karlach in Baldur's Gate 3, Thomasina in The Excavation of Hobbs Barrow. I also, now that you're talking about co-advocacy, looking after each other, just filmed just over half of It Takes a Village, Series 2, where we interview and throw a spotlight on developers, people who make our games. And it's a nice, happy, cozy chat celebrating person I'm interviewing. That's wonderful. If you're wondering why the low effort, look, this isn't a background. I'm really here. Look, my hand can go through. I'm on a Spanish island just off the west coast of Africa. It's very cool. Just in case you're wondering what this is, Happy Home Paradise, the DLC from Animal Crossing New Horizons. If we go into character, it's me. It's my team. Sam, it's me. This is the haircut I've put on her. This is the little makeup I've done for her. The flick. It's all real. I spent about 10 minutes with the villagers doing some interior design, and now I deserve a very long rest. I've got my vacation juice. I'm feeling fully in character. I'm going to get that Tom look.
We all need a little vacation juice. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have any vacation juice, but after this, I will be having some vacation juice. Some very strong.
Some very strong vacation juice.
Okay.
Thank you again, Destiny.
Yeah. So, before we get into the rest of the showcase, I know you guys have noticed that we are also joined by another amazing host. I'm very happy that she came on because she was talking about how much of a headache she had before she jumped on. So, I'm going to throw it to Mackenzie and let her tell us a little bit about her costume and herself.
Thank you so much, Destiny. Yeah, I woke up this morning, my head was just killing me. So I don't know what that's about, but happy to be here nonetheless. My name's Mackenzie. Some of you might know me as Nerder She Wrote. I work with indie games, and my costume is, I don't know if you can see through my microphone here, but I am a
cool.
Crystal Lake
Camp
camp
Crystal Lake.
counselor. If you guys watch Friday the 13th, that is my favorite spooky movie around the season, mostly because it's absolutely not spooky and it's so hilarious. just like the 80s horror. Particularly Friday the 13th 3 in 3D is amazing. In 3D.
3D.
Or
The
Friday
cheesy.
13th, Jason Takes Manhattan. I believe it's number 8.
Oh,
in
super
the series.
cheesy Manhattan.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely
It was
amazing.
number 8.
Oh yeah, and it goes on beyond there, but that movie in particular is amazing. It's about like 90 minutes not in Manhattan, and like the last 10, he finally gets there. So I highly recommend it. If you guys are looking for a movie this spooky season, please watch Jason.
At least he
Takes
makes it
Manhattan.
there, you know.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
all we can ask. We're all
At
just
least he
trying,
makes it
even
there.
Jason.
Even him.
I think that's the way to make a movie, though, right? Like, say it's in one place and only spend like 10 minutes there because
Right.
the cost of filming there was probably crazy.
Right.
So, like, yeah, just have him walk down the street, you know?
Oh, and boy, does he. But thank you for having me here. I'm excited to check out these indies today.
I mean, we had to have you here. I mean, classic horror movie. I don't watch horror movies, and I can tell you when I was little and any of that stuff came on, I was scared to death and had nightmares for days. So hearing somebody be like, yeah, it's not even scary, I was like, I don't know, because I was mad scared. But I'd like to welcome back someone who is very dear to my heart, who's been on the showcase a couple of times. Even though she's always coming at me about snacks because she does not think ahead and prepare her own. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You know?
hey, Christine, did you bring the water?
I have the water. Okay.
Okay. All right.
I have the water.
Please tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're dressed as.
Hi, I'm Christine, resident global dominator in action. Okay. Well, I should make sure I make that clear. I mean, like in entertainment, gaming, hosting, things like that. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, let me make sure I
That's
clear
fair.
that up. But yes, I advocate for content creators. I advocate for mental health. I've been in the industry in the content creation realm for 10 years this year. I am elated to be here again. Every time you're like, hey, Christine, come back, I'm like, yes. Okay. She hasn't kicked me out yet. Okay. And as far as scary movies go, I did a streamathon where I watched like 7+ horror movies, and I was good, but Smile 2 broke me. Okay. Oh yeah, it was a mess. Okay. We call that the movie that shan't be named in my chat now. We don't, it took a lot of bravery to say it just
I
now.
haven't seen
and then
Smile.
That's the last time I'm going to say that name of that movie.
And then the second
But,
one came out.
Yes,
I haven't seen
I
that.
also, like Destiny, can't do scary movies. I think I've done it, and now it box checked, and now my audience can't ask me for any for the rest of the year. Maybe 2 years, okay? But for my costume, I am dressed as the mascot on my shirt, which is Sneaker Lovers brand, female gaming Black-owned brand, like t-shirt company. Well, it's a fashion brand. And when I pulled out the shirt, I was like, oh, that's what I'm gonna do. So I tried to do the face. So I apologize, Luby, if I got it wrong, but I tried my best, okay? I don't do this regular, but I tried, okay? I tried.
You know what? I think you did a good job. I think you did. After seeing the shirt reference, I was like, oh my god, that's exactly who she is.
Okay, yeah, twins.
So, yeah,
10 out
you
of
did
10.
a good job. Like the smile and everything, you did a good job. But
Thank you.
I know I didn't tell anybody what my costume was, and that's because, like, in my head, I was like, I'm gonna go as a sun goddess, and then I was like, but my background says evil queen, so I just did a little bit of both. You know what I mean? Like maybe like I'm a sun goddess, but I'm also like upset because like I don't know, the moon's been causing drama. Who knows? Who knows? We won't get into it.
Ooh, I like that lore.
See,
There you go.
See? There we go. Another game. Somebody don't steal that. We are all gonna make the game, and
Yeah.
Sam is gonna voice
Yeah.
the moon goddess who's causing drama. It's gonna be amazing.
Can I just
But-
flex ever so slightly?
Yeah.
I saw the substance on the plane and I fell asleep to it, and it was the best sleep I had in my life. And in the morning, I was woken up with a bacon roll with ketchup, which I kind of regret if you think about the ending for the
Yeah.
substance. But I did it. I wasn't sick. And I really enjoyed the film. I thought the body horror was a great extension of the inner turmoil of the main character. Goodbye. I saw Hellraiser when I was 8. This is me.
Oh my god, okay. Oh
That's
my God.
incredible.
Animal
couldn't-
I
Crossing.
love Hellraiser.
Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing!
It's like body horror,
Shut up
Animal
right
Crossing,
after
great.
The tagline, Animal Crossing.
This is perfect though, because what we have up next, what we're going to be showing you, there's some coziness. You got the little Animal Crossing coziness going on, but you also have some downright horrific things that have come from these amazingly talented creators. So, with that being said, also donate to Dames for Games. Okay, now for real. With that being said, let's jump into these developer spotlights and make sure you have the lights on because you're about to be wowed.
Arcane Eats.
Hi, I'm Andrea Roberts, co-founder and game designer for Wonderbelly Games. We like to follow our bellies to find the most flavorfully cheeky strategic games, and right now we're cooking up something fresh. Arcane Eats, a roguelike deck builder with a delicious twist. In
Let's
Arcane
cook.
Eats, you build a cuisine-themed deck of cards, cook up stacks of magical combos on enchanted cooktops, and serve fantastical meals to hordes of hungry customers.
I do follow my belly.
You could build your deck around heavy-hitting hippogriff burgers, or a healing menu of elemental curries, or the rawest seafood in the
That
realm.
you do, Matt.
But
That
after a
you
tough
do.
night of being cursed out by customers, you may find yourself drawn to experiment with some of the more dangerous flavors. Sample strange ingredients like spicy black abyss pepper.
That's why I
or the
love you
haunted
so much,
bacon
because
of
then
the
we can
damned.
eat some good
Use those
food
ghosts
together.
to your advantage and cook up some undying soul food. Hire up a rowdy crew of kitchen staff to help you shake off the stress of running a restaurant and keep your combos flowing. You may even be tempted to open the forbidden Gastronomicon and see
Gastronomicon.
what kind of molecular mutations you might dream up. Every run is a new restaurant, and all of these are appetizing strategies. I wanted to make this game because I'm
Honestly,
a big
that
foodie,
Phoenix
and I've
egg
always
looked
felt
delicious.
like there's a type of cooking experience that I want to play, but hasn't been explored much in games. Following a recipe is great, but the kind of cooking I love most happens when you improvise with the ingredients you have at hand and experiment to find new taste combos. Cooking like that is exciting and risky, and it's a lot like a roguelike deck builder. In Arcane Eats, I want you to figure out how to bring together the best flavors for your playstyle.
Hydra
No
fillet.
recipes required.
Did you see that? That's crazy.
Thanks for watching, and thank you so
Hey,
much
Cyber.
to Dames for Games for all that you do. If Arcane Eats sounds like something you'd like to sink your teeth into, please wishlist now on Steam. And if you'd like a taste test, join our newsletter and our Discord for an invite to our upcoming demo.
Ooh. Demo available November 4th. Yeah, I'll play it.
From the very first moment, you step into a dark and beautiful world full of challenges, symbols, and hidden meaning.
Hello everyone, welcome to Ayasa Shadows of Silence, a journey into a world where mystery, horror, and puzzles intertwine in an incredible way. Picture yourself exploring
love
6
horror
distinct
puzzles.
worlds: faith, hope, love, greed, indifference, and betrayal, each with its own wonders and challenges. In this game, you'll embark on a quest to restore balance to a troubled world. Inspired by the imaginative works of artists like Tim Burton, Robert Zemeckis, René Laloux, and many more, our game blends dark fantasy with simple elegance, transforming every level into a vibrant story waiting to be uncovered. Prepare for gameplay that's both challenging and rewarding. Utilize special abilities such as time management, invisibility, and energy control to solve intricate puzzles and outsmart lurking dangers.
That's cool.
Discover hidden paths using a light and strategically navigate shadows to overcome obstacles in your path. Ayasa Shadows of Silence is more than just a game. It's an emotional adventure. As you explore, you'll uncover secrets, meet unforgettable characters, and think deeply about big ideas. Your
What the hell?
choices will shape the story, revealing surprises and new journeys at every turn.
With the flowers
In
attacking?
the world where every shadow hides a secret waiting to be uncovered and every light illuminates a new path forward, the fate of Ayasa rests in your hands, where each decision
It
leads
has
to
like a
new
little Nightmares
discoveries
feel
and
to it.
adventures.
The soundtrack is deeply inspired by Armenian composer Komitas. His music balances darkness and light, the exact tension our world lives in. The score carries every emotion and makes the atmosphere breathe.
From lighting to music, every level's atmosphere and narrative turned gameplay into storytelling. So you don't just watch the story, you play it.
Thank you so much for watching. We hope it resonates. Your feedback keeps us connected to everyone who believes in Ayasa, Shadows of Silence. Thank you to the Dames for Games October Showcase Festival for featuring our game. We're honored to share this journey with you.
Wishlist now. I wish there was a demo.
Hi everyone.
This is on my
We're
wish list.
Steve, Clara and Julia's behind the camera.
And together we are Mux Games, the indie team behind Frida is Changing. Frida is Changing is a spooky point-and-click adventure. You play as Frida, a 14-year-old who's furious and determined to find out what happened to her missing sister. The whole village is full of strange glances and locked doors, and nobody really wants to talk. So you'll be sneaking into conversations, digging through puzzles and piecing together the messy past that everyone hopes will stay buried. And all the while, time is running out. The next full moon is getting closer. This game is very personal to me. Creating the story and Frida as a character feels powerful because I can finally create the female lead I've always wanted. A girl who is allowed to be angry, even though society often discourages women from showing anger or voicing their opinions.
Frida is Changing is a story-driven game, so we have a lot of interesting characters and witty dialogues. But we didn't just want to have those little boxes at the bottom of the screen. We're all struggling with our attention spans, and we knew we needed something maybe a little more engaging. So dialogue fills the whole screen, comic book style. Characters shift their poses, speech bubbles change shape and size with emotion, and little emoticons pop up when things get heated. When you choose what to say, you don't just click a button, you press and hold big animated arrows shaped like emotions. Every choice changes how people treat you and where the story goes. Since we have dozens of dialogues, I built a custom tool for this. Our branching dialogue is written in Excel, then converted into data that the tool turns into full scenes with a click of a button, with all the bubbles, expressions, and choices already in place. That way we can focus on making conversations feel alive without spending months placing every speech bubble by hand.
Frida is Changing is spooky, strange, and very close to our hearts.
As women making games, it means a lot to us to bring these kinds of stories.
Yeah, I like it. I like the comic book style.
If you love mysteries, monsters, and maybe a little righteous rage,
please wishlist Frida is Changing. It really helps us out.
This is such a me game.
And happy Halloween.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, yes.
Hi everyone, my name is Xinyi Huang. I'm a costume designer, illustrator, and theater director from Shanghai.
Ooh,
I'm
I like
also
the shirt.
the primary illustrator and character designer for Psyche and Fuse. Psyche and Fuse is a brand new RPG horror adventure game which follows in the footsteps of classics like Ip, Yumeniki, and The Crooked Man. You play as a wanderer tasked with uniting worlds and their past selves in an interdimensional adventure into the deepest depths of the mind. Explore unique worlds filled with threats, puzzles, and horror, and unravel the mystery behind 2.5 gods at war. My role in the team primarily consists of designing all of our wonderful characters, drawing cutscene graphics, and creating the little map sprites which fill up our world. I'm passionate about creating characters that don't stick to traditional gender norms. I like focusing on clear shapes and strong personalities, rather than adding lots of detail. I'm also very interested in developing my own visual style, and I enjoy challenging trends, so that my work feels more honest and personal. I also work closely alongside fellow Dame Rolling, our environment illustrator, to help create the creepy and uncanny worlds in our game. Rolly and I are both newcomers to the games industry, as our professional backgrounds lie predominantly in theater. As a result, the project has had many first times and has been a real learning experience for the team and I. Don't forget to wishlist and follow to stay up to date.
I wonder if the game's going to be as dramatic as the theater.
We'll soon be announcing our official release date. Thank you to the Dames for Games team for having us, and enjoy the rest of the show.
The artwork is really cool.
Hi, I'm Marta, lead programmer of Mac and Cheese Games. I'm part of the team behind Void Martyrs, and my job is to make sure that the game feels as terrifying as it looks.
No, thank
We're
you.
really excited to be part of the Games for Games showcase. I think it's so important that women's voices in games are visible in spaces like this. And my work on Void Martyrs focuses on building the mechanics that keep the players on edge. As a programmer, I spend my time turning wild ideas into working systems. I'm the one making sure that the code behind Void Martyrs works. Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Void Martyrs is a grimdark survival horror where you play as a novice nun in space. The game blends tense exploration, resource management, and combat in a handcrafted story. At its core, Void Martyrs is about balancing faith and survival in a hostile, collapsing world. One moment you're scavenging for resources, next you're fighting for your life against twisted enemies. The fate system changes how you play. Whether you lean saintly or cursed affects the tools that you craft and the choices that you make. Every decision matters, from conserving resources to deciding when to fight or when to flee. We drew inspiration from games like Darkwood and Signalist, but gave it our own twist. Void Martyrs is built to feel tense, atmospheric, and story-driven. It's been both challenging and fun to bring this strange mix of survival horror and space nuns to life. Thanks for watching. Please wishlist Void Martyrs on Steam. It really helps us share the game with more players.
I mean, it seems really cool. Or be damned.
Hi everyone, my name is Lara, I'm from Lunabeat, and I'm one of the developers of You Can't Scare Me. You Can't Scare Me is a really unique multiplayer VR game where you're split into two teams, the Haunters and the Haunted. The Haunters have to scare the Haunted and make them scream, and if the VR headset's audio detects a scream, the Haunters get a point. Haunters have the ability to turn invisible, and they can use scary costumes and traps to really give the Haunted player a good scare.
A bat.
It's an unusual concept for a game, but it's a lot of fun to play, kind of like a scary hide and seek. There are 5 of us that worked on the game, and my role was designer and team lead. I did a lot of the administrative stuff. I got the team together, did lots of paperwork, lots of organizing and planning, and then I helped design the actual game itself. I laid out all the levels, and also I worked on some of the 3D models. The inspiration behind our game was horror movies. We created 8 classic spooky locations for players to explore and hide in, like a creepy hospital, a cabin out in the woods, and an eerie liminal space, and our favorite, a haunted theme park. The traps and costumes are really fun too. You can set them for other players to encounter.
You gotta have a
tons of
haunted
different traps,
theme park, right?
like swarming bugs, flying knives, monsters that chase you, and more. You Can't Scare Me is available now on Meta, and soon on Steam for PC VR players. The Steam page is up now, so you can go ahead and give it a wish list. Thank you so much for watching, and have a spooky day! Ha 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 ha!
I wish it wasn't on VR. Because I would get so sick.
I'm not gonna say that I was scared through any of that. I found it thoroughly entertaining. I even kept the lights off. I didn't need to go under my blanket. I'm good. It was a good time. But you know what? I always feel a little biased. Like I feel like I can't say exactly like what game I like. I try not to do that because I love all the games because I'm the person who went through and like helped select them. So I'm gonna let you guys tell me what you thought overall about these spotlights that we showed first. So I'm gonna throw it to Sam. Sam, what did you think about the spotlights?
You can't make me choose a favorite. I refuse to. What I'd like to say, and imagine this will keep coming up, is what a great variety of both games and people that make them that we've just seen. And it's all, so much of it is very beginnings, teasers. I'm really excited to see more what they can do. So, I'm going to hand over this monkey's paw to you, Mackenzie.
It's a
Congratulations.
Trap. It's a trap. They're all my favorite. No, some of them are a little scarier than others, and that's okay. Isaiah, I don't know if I'm saying that wrong. Shadows of Silence, that one looks like the bomb.com. And Arcane Eats, it's like cute spooky, which I also appreciate. So it's like both spectrums. But I like that each of them bring a different energy of spookiness, because my tolerance, day to day changes. Some days I'm a little stressed out and I need something a little cuter that's to play.
That's fair.
So, I have enough stress in my life. Sometimes too scary is too much, but on other days I crave it. And there were some good ones here.
Christine, what about you?
So I also agree. I feel like Ayasa, Shadows of Silence. I was like, let me make sure I try to say that right too. Hopefully one of us is getting it. I hope so. That one I thought looked really, really cool because it looks like the baby of like Little Nightmares and Journey, because it was like the creepy, miniature person with these big monsters. But then it seemed like there were kind of picturesque moments where it kind of seemed serene a little bit. So, and me being like a scaredy cat, that's probably more of my speed, having moments to breathe and just look at the beauty. And then is it Psych X Fuse or Psych by Fuse? The artwork looked really, really good. So that one looked really, really good.
Yeah, that one looks sick.
Okay, all right. All of that's fair. I especially like Sam's answer. That was a really good answer. I tried to trick you, but you got me. Before we jump into our special guest interview, you know what? I'm gonna throw it back to Christine, because I feel like she has something to say that's very important about Dames for Games.
Yes, I do. So the end of this month, the last 2 weeks of this month, we are going to be raising funds with this big, long streamer extravaganza. We have a lot of streamers that are partnering with us, which we are super excited about and grateful for, that will be doing charity streams for the last 2 weeks to help raise money to fund what we do, to spotlight all of the people that we do, all of the devs, including making the showcase, and all the things that we do for the community and advocate for in the community. So if you want to continue to support us, definitely check out our socials so that way you can be up to date on when those streams are happening.
Thank you. That was a good announcement.
Yes, and if you would like to donate, there's a link in the chat.
Seriously, we are raising
to donate
funds,
to
and we would be
their cause.
So honored if you guys, even if it's $1, or even if you can't spare anything and you just want to share what we're doing, we really appreciate that. It's so important that we continue to work within this industry and represent.
Or if you
want
to just come hang out in the stream, that's cool too.
Really dope stuff. I don't have a drum, and I really wanted one, but it was just like not in the budget this year. Maybe next year, with all those donations. Thank you. Up next is the incredible Mary Tish, who. I think somebody else on this panel knows who Mary Tish is. I think it might be Mackenzie. Yeah. Incredible individual. And she decided to give some of her time so that we can interview her about all the dope things that she does at Twitch. I mean, I would tell you what she does, but she can do it better because she's the one who does it. So stay tuned. And we're going to take it back in time. I look completely different, but just think of it as a costume change. And enjoy the interview. Hey everyone, welcome to our special guest interview. I'm super excited to be introducing Mary Tish, who's done a lot in the industry, and you may not know what she's done, but we're going to jump into it because she's kind of like, I don't know, your fairy godmother who's making magic happen behind the scenes. But before I jump into the interview, I'm going to let Mary introduce herself and talk a little bit just kind of about like gaming and why she's got into it. And it's going to be a very chill conversation. I'm going to let Mary lead, and I'm going to try to talk less because I know I talk a lot when we're doing these interviews, and I want you guys to hear from this amazing individual. So Mary, tell us a little bit about how you got into gaming. Like, have you always liked to game?
Thank you so much for having me, Destiny. I have to just start like saying, like, I really appreciate being here and having the opportunity to speak to your wonderful audience. I have been a gamer my entire life, and
I wonder if this
I've been in
interview
the
happened
games industry
before
for,
or
over a
after
decade
what
now,
happened at
which
Twitch.
is really incredible to say out loud.
Like TwitchCon?
But I
Because I know
started
she was
heavily
at
with
TwitchCon.
my Sega Genesis.
So I'm wondering if
playing
this was
Aladdin,
before or after.
Yeah. Jurassic Park and a lot of classics. This was back in the day when like movies all became games.
Yes.
Which were my bread and butter. Lion King, hello, one of the hardest games ever made.
Yes.
And so I really sharpened my skills as a kid, recognizing that gaming was very important to me, and I wanted to break into it. But it actually was my love and obsession for video production and editing that ended up being my foot into the industry. I loved editing, and that's kind of how I broke through.
No, that's really interesting, because I think a lot of people, when they think about being in the game industry, their mind immediately goes to, I need to make a game.
Yes.
And so the reason why we try to have different individuals and industry professionals to interview is to show that there are different ways that you can break into gaming. It doesn't necessarily be like, I have to develop a game. And I love that you took something that you love to do and you were able to get into an industry that you also loved. So can you tell us a little bit about maybe not your first job, but like your first foray into the actual gaming world with the skills that you learned?
Sure. So I've been dabbling in games for quite a long time, and I always thought of it as a hobby. I did do a game jam a long time ago, which I do recommend. I recommend everybody participate in one game jam and just like enjoy the process. But what I did was I made a
Game
documentary
jams do
about
look
that
really
game jam
fun.
for fun. I'm a video editor. That made more sense to me. And so while I enjoyed helping script and write the game jam, what I ended up doing was documenting the process, putting it up on a channel and saying, this is so fun, I want to do this more. And I made a humble indie game marketing company called Indie Vidi, where I basically said, listen, if you guys want, I'll help you make your first video game trailer for free, because I'm trying to cut my teeth. I'm trying to learn what I'm doing here. And I used these little pieces as stepping stones to build my name in the industry and showcase that I really wanted to help. I wanted to be involved. That also gave me my first look into what marketing, PR, community management would look like. And during all this process, I ended up making a bunch of different games for a bunch of game trailers for some wonderful games. And I compiled all this footage. Sometimes I would play the game, sometimes I would react to the game. Most of the time it's just footage. I got an opportunity to apply to GameSpot.com, which is a video game review website.
Yeah.
And I had all this footage, and I said, here's a really good example of all of the different skills that I would offer if I worked there. I can edit, I can produce, I can host. Here's 20 videos that I've cut, and they loved the game jam video, which is really good. They were like, oh, this is like documentary work. This is really fun. You should come by and interview. I ended up getting that job, and I was one of very few women who worked at GameSpot.com when it started. The person who hired me, I think she would be fine with me saying, her name was Neha Tawari, and she's always was looking for opportunities for other women in the industry and really championed other women. And so being hired by her was kind of life-changing and a huge game changer for me, to have this space where I could show my perspective and also my skill sets. Everyone else on the video editing team were boys, but I was really holding my own.
That's kind of like the hardest thing with any job, right? Where it's like
review these games
getting
or
a
edit
chance,
reviews,
like someone taking a
and
chance
start
on
live
you,
streaming.
type of thing.
What I found is that I love live streaming the most. Super fun, crazy to be able to figure out what happens live and never know what's going to happen next. And I became addicted to live streaming, and I ended up making my own live streaming site for myself on Twitch, where I would stream for fun. And I would basically just stream games 100% just for me, because I wanted to be able to game, but I wanted it to be associated with my name and not the company.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's really smart because you're building your own brand, right?
Yes.
But I love the fact that you brought up that you got hired by a woman who wanted to champion other women in the space. That's so important. That's one of the main reasons why I do this showcase and I wanted to put this together, is because you want to be able to open doors for other female creatives. And that we have male allies that do that too, but like I feel like women really champion other women the best when it comes to like being like, you need to give this person a chance. They're incredible. Take a look at their work. So that's a really cool takeaway from this. And we didn't mention where Mary works, but Mary, can you tell the folks where you work?
So that love of streaming really did help propel the next part of my career. When an opportunity at Twitch came up to help run the company's live streams, because Twitch itself does stream on its own channel, I applied for that job, and I have been working for Twitch for 8 years now. My job has changed significantly since when I started 8 years ago. Back then, I was a video producer and showrunner for all of our live productions, E3, TwitchCon, you name it, which was really inspiring to me. But I met another amazing woman by the name of Erin Aurelian, as she goes by online. And she was head of community, and she loved making community programs that would support people, all sorts of people. And she inspired me to change teams and work for her. And I had 3 amazing years with Erin. I adore her. She actually ended up going to Riot, and she runs all of their community at Riot now. She's such a champion.
Love that.
And yeah, I mean, like, hello. And she kind of set me up for success. When she left, I ended up filling her giant shoes, which are impossible to fill, by the way. But I've done my best, and now I am head of community at Twitch, which oversees many programs. So you may have seen some of this stuff at Twitch. Maybe you've interacted with it, maybe you've seen it, but I get to oversee so many incredible programs that support so many incredible streamers, and I still operate our production wing too.
Powerhouse.
Yeah. I said, tack it on. I said, I want more job.
She said, I can handle it. I'm a boss.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a bit of like an overused meme at this point, but I did girl boss too hard, and now I have like 6 different jobs, but I do love what I do, and so I don't mind. I am again thrilled to be surrounded by hardworking, talented people who want to watch other streamers grow and the game industry grow. Twitch is more than gaming. Like, it has a lot of different types of content. I do think that is important to state. You can see anything on Twitch, and I always try and preface that. But in 2024, viewers watched 15.6 billion hours of gaming content. So like,
that's a lot.
Obviously the space to watch gaming. And gaming companies know that. That's why prolific companies have Twitch channels where they stream their own games, or have marketing campaigns where they encourage influencers to stream their games. And that's why a lot of the review industry is moving towards streamers or influencer culture. So we're very ingrained into the gaming community. But you can also see food content. You can also see IRL or just chatting. VTubers are exploding right now. There's just a whole world on Twitch. But gaming is what I always say is it's our bread and butter.
I think I'm just going to stay on
ingrained
YouTube
into our DNA. We couldn't do it without that.
until YouTube dies.
And
from
although I've
AI.
been working there 8 years, I did start streaming on Twitch when it was originally Justin.tv, which is like ages ago. For people who don't know the lore, Justin was an actual person and founder of Twitch that was like essentially streaming his life. It was an IRL stream of his house, his bedroom. And eventually what they recognized was that this was a service. This was a platform for other people, to anyone, to be able to stream what they wanted to stream. And so it was rebranded to Twitch. And in the last 8 years that I've been there, it has really expanded to finding your people, finding your community, and hopefully either having a fulfilling hobby that you get to share with other people, or potentially, and often, a career opportunity for people who want to be able to make money sharing their passions with others online.
I love that. I love the fact that I don't think a long time ago, I'm not going to age myself. I mean, I have multiple times, but I don't think Twitch was such a phenomenon when it happened, and it's still growing. Like it's crazy. And there are people who love games so much that they have like a regular 9 to 5, and they're like, no, but I got to get online.
I will say I
tonight and have
love
to stream for
that
about 4 hours. And it's
they're
not even
streaming
that I
on
have
YouTube.
to, it's that like
and they're talking
I
about how
love playing
great
games
Twitch
and
is.
I play them anyway, so why not stream and build a community? We have been so lucky to have streamers from Twitch come on and like help us raise funds,
Hey, Muffin.
co-stream our showcases, and it's just been such kind of like a lovely and magical experience to see how dedicated all of these individuals are to their own communities and how their communities are dedicated to them.
Don't
I
tell
would say
Google.
publishers, if you're a publisher and you're out there listening, you need to have your own Twitch channel. You need to like work with these developers and build these communities, because I feel like that's what Twitch is.
You know,
It
they
is
say that
like
about Discord
this
too, where they're like,
amalgamation
you need a
of all these
Discord.
amazing
Fuck Discord.
communities of people who love. If
I
you're
don't. I'm
looking
not
for
doing
your
social
tribe,
media. I'm not
stream,
doing
'cause you'll
Discord.
find
I'm
it.
not doing
And
Twitch.
It
If
doesn't matter what
YouTube
you
dies,
stream.
it dies.
There's a lot of people
type
out
of
there
thing.
who are like, oh, all I play is Stardew, or like I don't play really interesting games. I will be up at like 3 a.m. in the morning because I can't sleep. And if people are watching other people eat food, people will watch you play whatever you want to play.
It's true.
On a game. Or if you just want to do art or whatever, like just like you were saying, going back, it doesn't have to be a game. It could be sketching. It could be drawing. It could be just talking. The amount of people I see on just chatting.
I'm gonna
where
stream
people
me
are just
hanging out with
sitting there,
Foxy.
like I think the other day I was
Just me and
looking on
Foxy
Twitch,
chilling on
and
the couch,
It was Kai Sent,
watching
and he
movies.
usually has like the biggest amount of people watching him.
Foxy
and it was
picks
just
the
chatting.
movies.
Kai is incredible.
Yeah, but he was just like on a couch on his phone.
If he dies, he dies.
But on the side, all these people who love watching him, they're all a part of this huge community. They're still talking. It's still a place for people to meet, even if he's not directly interacting all the time. And I think that's really, really cool, because I don't know of any other place that really has done it as well as Twitch has.
Our community is prolific. It is iconic. It is irreplaceable. We have like invented terminology. You will hear kids say, hey, chat, as they're hanging out with their friends. That is just kind of coined phrases from us being so ingrained in culture, not just gaming, but just in youth culture now. Kai, as you had mentioned
it's the
earlier,
real future.
coined the phrase Riz. And this is like something that we hear people say all the time, but Kai said it. Like, he was the original inventor of these phrases that we're hearing people say. So it is really prolific and kind of just throughout. It's just ingrained in so
YouTube
many
is the
spaces
same
now.
way.
We have 105 million
With
average monthly visitors.
channels trying
And so
to grow,
when
like
you're
struggling to
catering
grow.
to a space of that magnitude.
But that mostly
Something that you
has
said
to
that's,
do with
really
like
important to me
their AI
is
bullshit
how do you
that they
find
have,
your tribe? How do you find the people that you identify
and
with?
just like their
It doesn't
terrible
always have to actually be the
recommendation.
streamer. It could be the
I actually
chat
turned it off. I'm like, you
in
guys
that
are
streamer's
recommending like
or
stupid
maybe
stuff that
somebody
I
in
don't
that
care
chat
about.
DMs you and is like, oh my
So I
God,
can't even
you actually
imagine what
should
other
check
people are getting
out
recommended.
this club or this opportunity. And so a huge portion of my job has now become, how do I help like-minded people find their tribe? And I've spent the last 6 years, I think, really focusing on that. I do that in like 3 major ways right now, which is location. I'm a gamer and I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, and I want to find other gamers in Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
So we made a meetup
Yeah,
program
implementing things that would
where
help
you can find other
is a huge
gamers
thing.
in your city, and you can actually meet with them at events that are sanctioned by Twitch. And you have to log in through your username. So if you behave badly, we can take action on your channel. So it's just cool.
Fair.
So that's 1. 2, identity, which are the most important to me personally, and the ones that I think have been the most important just in the span of my career to see the value of it. So we've established guilds for Black creators, women, Latin and Hispanic, and we just recently launched our LGBTQIA plus.
Congratulations on all this. I remember talking a little bit about that and like how amazing. I've had some conversations with some of the people from the guilds, but like it is the love they have for each other is very, very strong, and it's
so strong.
It's wonderful how
I
like
heard
they
her
defend
talk
each other,
briefly
how they're there
about
for each other,
protecting
because the world
the
is a crazy
streamers
place,
on Twitch.
and
But what
I
about at
think
TwitchCon?
it's okay to have spaces where
Is that going to
you
be
find
mentioned?
like-minded people.
That
And,
every
like,
year it seems
just
something
those spaces
happens.
for women, or just those spaces for the because like they walk through life and experience different things, and like they want to find other people who can share those experiences, and that's very important to have those safe spaces. So I love that you've been able to create these guilds. I'm sorry I cut you off.
Safe spaces.
No, it's fine.
Let's
The
talk
third
about
one was,
safe spaces.
Interest. So clubs, or we both love charity, and then we like find each other through that, right? Or we're both like obsessed with Elden Ring. So that's the third one. But the second one is like where I've honed most of my skills in time, because they're very important, but they're also we have to be very delicate.
Yeah.
I can't just like, you can't just launch a Latin guild. You need to understand the nuances of that community and understand like what makes a space safe.
Yeah.
We have to be very careful with who we invite in. We have to be very careful with our rule sets and making sure people feel comfortable, supported, appreciated
You listening to
by
what she's
the
saying?
company. And I think
All
a lot
things
of
that
work
could
is done
happen at
by
TwitchCon.
our guild leads. So a big shout out to the leaders who help make these guilds what it is. But I'm really happy and honored to say that Twitch does support these. These are financially supported guilds, so a guild leader does get paid for the work that they're doing.
That's
because
great.
I do believe it is paid labor to run these programs and to support them and to make sure people feel good. So that's been a huge focus of ours, and we're really proud of them. And I'm
As
really
you should
excited
be.
about it. Yeah,
As you should be.
It's
Because
awesome.
There's
Right?
not a lot of
It
spaces
must have
that
been
are
weird having
doing
it
what
go
you
up
guys
after
have done
TwitchCon.
with the guilds, and I think that's really,
But even
really
so, it's
something,
like all the past
that
TwitchCons,
speaks
there's been
to how
incidences.
Twitch is trying to make sure that their community is inclusive and as welcoming as it can be, while also recognizing that different people and different groups have different needs. So kudos to you for that. I love that you guys got that off the ground, and it's still growing. I always hear such amazing things about it. But we are getting close to the wrap up. Before we end, though, I know that there's an event that you guys throw that's absolutely bonkers. I have not been yet, but everybody I've talked to
I gotta
has
get
said
you to
it's
go.
amazing. I'm gonna go. I promise.
Yeah.
Next year, I'm gonna be there. But can you talk a little bit about TwitchCon and how amazing it is before we end the interview?
Oh no!
Sure. TwitchCon is
Let's talk about
chat
TwitchCon and how
IRL.
amazing it is.
Absolutely a wild place that you actually kind of have to see to believe. And I know a lot of people who are like, oh, I've heard of it, but I haven't gone. And when they leave, they're like, I get it. I actually get how weird this place is and why it's so important. And you get to see the blood, sweat, and tears of mods who hug their streamers for the first time after modding for them for years, or club members
And forcibly
or people who are
kiss
all
them
obsessed with the same
unwantedly.
game, cozy game, like meeting each other and crying over it is a very special place. And I really do encourage everybody to consider going
no,
at some
this is
point
not
in their
good.
careers. TwitchCon is twice a year. We usually have a European one, which has historically been in the Netherlands, but it can go into other
I
countries.
really hope it
And,
was pre-recorded too, and I
and
hope that
in,
if there
sorry,
are
I've,
like
totally
questions being
lost
raised
myself. San
afterwards,
Diego.
that it is addressed. Like,
It's in
hey,
San
this
Diego.
was this happened.
We keep it there just
This
because
was
it's-
recorded.
everybody
This
loves
interview
it.
happened
the weather's
before
always amazing.
TwitchCon.
And the burritos are spectacular.
Oh my
and
god, the
everybody's happy
California
there.
burritos! I used to live there. I
Like,
miss it
hello.
so much.
You'll see a lot of our programs IRL if you ever go to a TwitchCon. Again, I do really encourage you to go, even if you're like, oh, I'm not a content creator. It's not just for content creators, although of course many content creators go. It's also just for the community. You can go just because you love games and you want to meet other people from the chess community. You can go if you're interested in maybe starting to stream, because we have an entire section called Creator Camp where you can learn how to be successful on your first stream. And if you are interested in meeting other women, other BIPOC people in the community, our guilds are there. We have our own space and we really throw down. And it is just a wonderful community of love, and I welcome you.
Thank you. Okay, so I think the really important thing that you said that stood out to me is that you do not have to be in the industry. You do not have to be a content creator to go and have this incredible experience. So if you can go, save up your money, save up your bits and your coins, try to go to San Diego or try to go to the one in Europe. I know I'm going to be trying to go next year. I'm saving up all of my tip money, couch change, whatever I can find, so I can go.
I will not be
experience it,
going.
because
I
I've
have
heard
never
so many
gone.
great things about it, and I really just need to go, honestly.
Yeah,
I think that's a wonderful
yeah, that's how I
suggestion.
feel
I hope to
too.
see everybody there. And
Like,
if you are
even
really like, oh
after
my god, I'd love
everything
to,
came
but
out about
money,
TwitchCon
just
this
like
year,
PAX, we do
like,
have an
why
open call
keep
for
this
content.
in?
If you submit content, like I want to do a panel, and it's selected, you get a free ticket to
There
be
you
able to do your
go.
content. So that's a sneak peek, a little tip to make sure you can get that badge. You just have to pay attention to our call for content. You can do that by following our social channels.
Make sure you're following the social channels. And now, since we are at the end, if people want to keep up with you, Mary, and like what you're doing with Twitch, where should they follow? Where do they get that information?
Well, I am on most major social channels, Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, under my name, but it's spelled MERRYKISH, so Mary Kish. And I also stream every Monday, usually indie games. Sometimes they are cozy, sometimes they are horror, heads up, but it's usually supporting smaller niche games because that's where I got my start and I will love them forever. I'm a community manager. I am a manager. I am a woman in this space, but first and foremost, I'm a gamer. So you'll always see me play games.
I love that. I love that. Okay. Mary, thank you so much. It's been such a wonderful conversation and an honor to talk to you, especially because like I've been in the industry probably as long as you have, and I love that we're like probably around the same age. Again, I'm not going to date us, but when you were like Lion King and Aladdin, I was like, yeah, no, I remember that.
It says a lot. We all know what that means. Yeah.
But no, really, this has been such a special moment on our showcase, and I literally, I'm gonna pat myself on the back. I really feel like I bring the most amazing people to our showcase to talk about the industry and what they're doing. So everybody out there listening, if you want to get into content creation, just do it. Just post. It doesn't have to be perfect.
Honestly,
You can
yes, just
perfect
do it.
later. And, follow Mary, follow what Twitch is doing. They are trying their very best to make Twitch as welcoming as possible. There are like toxic people out there, but there are some amazing people out there too. Yeah. So, Mary, thanks again for coming on and talking with us. And no, we will talk again. You always have a place here at Dames for Games if you ever want to jump on and talk about or play any games with us. And yeah. So guys,
thank you for having me. Thank you.
No, you're totally welcome. I always hate when I like cut people off because I get like, I'm like, oh my god, the time's running out. But whatever, we can stay here forever. It doesn't
toxic.
But guys, thank you so much, Mary. There's another Mary on the other end who's our producer. You guys never see her, but I like randomly shout her out sometimes. She's
amazing name though. Yeah,
I know, it's such a good name. I'm a little jealous. Should be the 3 Marys. But yeah, guys, stay tuned. We have much more to come, and I know I'm not in costume right now, but when I come back, I'm gonna magically be in costume again, and we will continue with our Halloween bash. So see you soon. Bye.
Hi everyone, I'm Shy, also known as Pink Fairy
That's a
Blossom,
cute
and
hat.
I'm so
Oh my
happy
God.
to welcome you into this edition of Dames for Games. Now we're celebrating an amazing lineup of women, femme-led games, artists, and creatives who are bringing so much heart into the creativity to the screen. Think of this showcase like a little garden stroll, just like here. Every game and creator is a new bloom, waiting for you to discover. Now, whether you're here to find just a new indie or just soak in the good vibes, you're right here where you belong. Let's grow into it together and kick off this showcase, guys. I know I will.
Trailer montage. Haunted Bloodlines. Ew. Puzzles. I wonder what kind of food you like. Some mushrooms, maybe. The mushroom aesthetic is cozy. What can I say? Wishlist now. That actually looks good. The Dropouts. What in the hell? I appreciate that this is a different trailer than yesterday's trailer in the Indie Horror Showcase. I appreciate that. The Dropouts. I have this wish listed.
I guess I found the entrance to the next level.
Kralon? Kralon?
Good. Then you know where to go. However, I wouldn't go up there without the proper equipment. You better look at
Got blasted.
here before we continue our conversation. But be careful, they are rats. Don't get too close to them.
Rats. The Spirit Lift. That's the feel. It feels familiar. Puppy. Rice cooker. I got one of those. Demo. Check out demos. Always check out demos. You never know. You never know if there's a game that'll surprise you.
Open your eyes, Skylar. The sun is rising, and the crown calls.
I've been surprised by deck building games. There's some with like really good cutscenes and stuff. It's impressive. Mortician dies. Hey, DT Productions. Ew.
I'll see you around, Skylar.
Ooh, a demo.
Hey everyone, I'm Chibi from the Golden Feather Tavern. We have been long-time enjoyers of indie games, and while we have primarily only covered one in particular, we are venturing into other indie games through interviews, podcasts, as well as cozy gameplay with tea or mead.
All right, Muffin,
you can
thanks.
find us at TGF Tavern on Twitch and YouTube. Now, those were some spine-chilling psychological thrillers, and I don't know about you, but Haunting Bloodlines and Kralon would definitely give me a fright.
Kralon.
If you
That's
prefer
how you
something
pronounce it.
spooky or mysterious, but want to also be able to sleep at night, perhaps you'll like the upcoming games like Lightbreak, which is a fun rhythm puzzle game, or the psychological drama The Bunker Notes, which has a few different ways that it could end.
Lightbreak. I played Tempopo, and it's another puzzle rhythm. Excuse me. Puzzle rhythm game, and I'm kind of into puzzle rhythm games. They're pretty cool. Oh no.
Fight!
Fight! Roots of Fury. But why? I am wondering. That's exactly what I'm wondering. It was always about crafting. It wasn't about beating the shit out of bugs and insects. It was about crafting. Because wasps are assholes. Yeah, but what about the other bugs, huh? But what? Oh, damn. A Toll Keeper story. I'm intrigued. Digital Exorcist. I can't read that fast. My eyes. Coming soon. The Bunker Notes. I wonder if this is the type of game where it's just all in his head. There's nothing going on outside. Just go.
Hi everyone, I'm Fangirl Review, and I'm so excited to be part of this spooky edition of the Dames for Games Showcase. It is filled with women and femme-led games, artists, developers, and so much more. And I don't
Hell
know
yeah.
about you, but I've really enjoyed all the trailers so far. I am a cozy horror streamer, and what I've enjoyed is that each game has had its own unique style to this approach of horror, mystery, cozy. Listen, cozy and mystery and horror goes together. Trust me, okay? You've seen it, all right? So
It does.
please stay tuned. We have so much more for our next
It's the perfect
developer
combination.
spotlight.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We just finished up the interview with Mary Kish, and listen, I got told that I flubbed, and I said Mary Tish, and I'm gonna tell you why I said that. I was looking at a box of tissues when I'm saying her name because I was so scared that I like cried a little bit, and I didn't want y'all to see that. But it is Mary Kish, and Mary, I'm so sorry. You can't blame me. You can blame the box of tissues and all the scary games that we just saw in that trailer montage. But all right, I just want to say that interviewing Mary was incredible. Finding out all of the work that she does behind the scenes by leading the community there is so dope. And learning kind of like the history of the guilds and how they put those together, because you have like the Black Creators Guild, you have the LGBTQ, I think it's called Pride, right? Just Pride Guild, just want to make sure. And then you have the Women's Guild, and it really creates this space where people can come together and feel safe, right? And I know a lot of people say, well, why do you have like a separate group for this or a separate group for that? And I'm going to ask you, why not? Do you know what I mean? Like, you have a separate group of friends and you have people that you feel comfortable with. And I think it's important that people can go to places where they feel comfortable and not feel judged. So I love that Twitch is doing that. And here on them. Last week, I think it was, they just had their TwitchCon, and I just wanted to reiterate what Mary said. You do not have to be a content creator. You do not have to be a developer, anything like that to go. Like, you can be anybody and just go to TwitchCon and have a good time. And like, I think that's cool, because I don't consider myself a content creator, but I'd love to go hang out with content creators at TwitchCon. So next year, D4G is going to try to be there. We might just send A Christine, because like, I feel like that's kind of her level of expertise, and I might just trail along. But we also saw some amazing trailers, and I'm going to ask each of you to tell me one trailer that you thought was really cool. I'm sorry, Sam, you're gonna have to pick one. This is how we're doing it this time.
I was gonna pick all of them.
I'm not gonna
I was
pick
gonna
one.
pick about 5 of them.
Okay. Because I'm a huge hypocrite, so I'm not gonna pick one, but I'm gonna
I
let the
just
rest
don't
of
want
my
to pick
team.
something someone else has picked, but yeah.
I mean, that just means we're doubling down on how amazing it was. So.
The pressure of going first.
Well, yeah, hopefully, like, I feel a little ignorant about 1998, because it seems that it's based on some sort of real world event, although we're not getting very much in the trailer. But what I loved, as we've established, was the cuteness and that Japanese anime style, and then that horror underneath it. That's my thing. So that's really stood out for me as the sort of thing I like to play. I like to be like, have the rug pulled out from under me, tonally, at least in this game. But do we know what events that 98 refers to, or do we think that may be a more fictional thing?
This is the perfect time to say, and I'm gonna let Christine elaborate on this later, but there's a Steam event, and if you want to know more about the game, you should go wishlist it on Steam and read all the information on the Steam page, and then you'll know for sure. That's not to like throw Sam under the bus. Sam, you and I could talk about it later.
Oh no, I was expecting everyone to go, "You idiot! Didn't you know?"
No, I was hoping to learn too. I was hoping to learn too. I was like, "Oh, okay."
It makes me want to learn more about the game.
History lessons. But she does tell people to go to Steam and wishlist the game.
Yeah, I think that's fair. We can have 2 tabs open.
There we go.
Hey, Mackenzie, it's your turn. What game did you like?
All of them. I love them all. They're perfect. They are actually all really cool. And each one's super unique. It's amazing that people can create from the same genre so many different iterations of it. But one that stood out to me was The Dropouts. I'm such a sucker for like those like kid stories that are set in like a weird Stranger Things type setting, like the bicycle kids with their backpacks, and then this one is Choices Matter, which is I'm also a sucker for, because so much replayability, I imagine. So that one I'm like, gimme.
I like the Choices Matter stuff, but I don't replay it.
If I make the wrong choice, I have anxiety.
Whatever I get.
That's how I play Baldur's Gate. Just letting you know, I saved 1 million times.
I was gonna say, like, how did you get through that game? How many save game files do you have?
I thought, like, super random, guys. I know we're gonna go long on this, but I thought that my goal was to save Karlach. I was playing with 2 other people. Okay, they spent hours with me playing this game, and I did something in the game, and I thought I wasn't gonna be able to save Karlach, and I was like, I'm done playing. And they were like, "Are you serious?" Because it was my save. They're like, "Are you serious?" I was like, "If we can't figure out how to save
Yeah,
her,
you only get to decide once.
we're not playing the game."
I can't rewind time.
And then they all started researching. Yeah, they all started researching, and we did figure out how to save you. Because listen, the game just would not have been finished. You're welcome.
I appreciate
you
that.
deserve it.
That's why she's here today, because you
Right.
That is why she's here.
I owe you a lot, Destiny. We don't talk about this publicly normally, but Yeah, Mackenzie, I'm like you, a bit of nostalgia. It reminds me of Life is Strange as well.
Yes,
That
yeah.
80s
Yeah.
nostalgia. I'll shut up
Yeah.
now. Thank you.
Christine, which one stood out to you?
Okay, so I took notes, okay, because there's like a few. All right. So Kraylon, hopefully I'm saying that right, or Krylon, and Haunted Bloodlines, terrifying. They both look terrifying. Okay, terrifying, super scary. Dropouts, I do like, because I do agree, like the Life is Strange type of vibe. That's instantly what I felt like. That and Firewatcher or Firewatch. I think those are. It seemed like kind of, like that type of vibe. And I like the teenage perspective, you know.
Me too.
And then plus we have locks on locks on locks. Okay, all right. The main character had locks, and then one of the side characters had locks. I was like, yes, I am here for it. And
Representation.
Yes. So Roots of Fury was, you know, cute Souls-like, which I thought was super cute. Kind of like the pixelated, not pixelated, but like the CG computer graphic, like little character killing these these bugs to protect her lawn, I think was what she was doing, which I thought was super cute. Bunker Notes, scary visual novel. Thank God it's coming out next year because it looks terrifying. And then the Tollkeeper story, like Sam was saying, it seems like it's really sad, but I was like, is this like real life? Like what happened? What's going on?
Yeah. I honestly think anything based on real life events can be super scary. Like even more scary sometimes than like a movie like Aliens, right? So I'm really glad that I picked all of these games to be in this showcase. Everybody enjoyed it. Just kidding, it wasn't just me. We have a team of people who picked the games, but I think we got a really good selection of games, and we try to keep it what's the word? We try to have like a nice like
variety
scale of 1 to 10 when it comes variety, that's the word. Variety of games. So we're not done yet. And before we go, Christine has a message she wants to tell you guys before we jump into the next segment of Spotlights. Go ahead, Christine.
Thanks, Des. Outside of not getting me snacks again, I would like to remind you that D4G, Dames for Games, is having a Steam event where you can see all of the lovely games that are all the variety of games that we have in the showcase. You can learn more about them. You can wish list. Some of them are out already, so you can start playing right now. So definitely check it out on Steam.
Thank you. Wish lists are important. They let Steam know that this game
Yeah, I'm gonna
is
link
something
the
that people are
Steam
looking
page
forward
in the
to
description
playing.
after
And
this
then
too.
when you wish list, we're hoping that those wish lists convert into sales. And if you love games, I would implore you to explore as many indie games as possible. It's not just AA and AAA. They are coming out with some major hitters this year. And the last few years, honestly. But that's enough of you guys hearing to me babble on. Let's hear some other people babble on as we roll into the next segment of Developer Spotlights.
Hi everyone, I'm Begum from
I didn't get to read it.
and we've been working on Holy Shoot, and thank you for
Holy
letting us
Shoot.
be in the showcase as well. We really appreciate it. We're really happy about it. To tell you a bit about the game, Holy Shoot is a roguelike FPS that's super fast paced and filled with chaos and humor. We had a bunch of fun while working on it. We do hope that you'll have as much fun as we did while playing.
It looks
as well.
fun.
It took us about 2 years to get the game to its stage that it is right now. And we have 3 women, including me, working in the company on key positions. I am the game designer for Holy Shoot and the product manager. I've been also working on level design and environments as well. The 2 wonderful women that we have in the studio are Betul, our concept artist and art lead, and Sude, who is doing all our animations by hand. We didn't use iKey animations in Unreal Engine yet, so she's kind of doing them all in Maya and then we're exporting them into Unreal Engine. To tell you a bit more about Holy Shoot, we're all huge fans of a couple of games, and we wanted to bring them together and make something unique and make something absurdly fun. We have a bunch of voice lines. We have this annoying but helpful fairy that you have to kind of put up with because she's helping you at the same time as she's roasting you. We also have like a procedural but room-based procedural level system. So yeah, thank you so much for selecting our game. Hope you like it. Take care. Bye.
Available now.
Greetings from the void. I'm Tonic, artist and writer for Old Flower Games. Unfortunately, I'm doing something we're told never to do as indie developers. That's right, I'm making my dream game first. Our dream game is called Emblem's Sunless Vow, and it's a roguelite visual novel with quick turn-based combat. In the world of emblems, your soul is your weapon, and this guy is your guide. You'll follow 3 lost adventurers as they attempt to escape the void using tiny maps, ancient demons, and the power of friendship, if they can stop arguing first. Our studio is made up of 2 people with a single dream: to create fun and heartfelt games filled with the things we cherish. We try hard to blend our niche passions with gameplay that still makes sense and looks attractive, but we're very interested in creating things that haven't been created before. Our concept for Emblems was to create a condensed RPG that still delivers the classic trappings of the sprawling fantasy narrative, while removing the slowness usually associated with turn-based combat. We're also huge dorks who love a good mystery, subversive
Huge
characters,
dorks.
and epic music, so we've done our best to fill it full of those things as well. As an artist, one of the things I've always wanted to include are animated character models. There are a lot of different ways these days that you can breathe life into visual novel sprites, and I think it makes a really big impact to add that element of motion to the dialogue. This is Ikiru,
I agree.
my partner who does the coding and composing. Even though we have separate roles, both of us are really involved in all aspects of creation. There are no lanes. For Emblems, we want all kinds of folks to try it, so we worked hard to develop a gameplay that could be enjoyed by those who may want a less intense experience, while also having the depth for more complicated strategy. It was equally important for us to have queer main characters with meaningful relationships woven right alongside that complex gameplay. Many games will have one or the other, but we found very few that combine both, so we're hoping to help normalize that combination. Whether you thrive on tiny math, crave an engaging story with endearing characters, or just enjoy watching numbers go up, we hope you'll find something to love in our game.
Coming soon. Yeah.
Hi, I'm the Qualia
Queer
Dev,
representation.
and I am Intellica's #1 employee. Qualia is an interactive fiction game inspired by sad robots, Infocom, corporate dystopia, cats, and what it means to be human. There are
Cats.
6 endings, over 20,000 words, over 300 possible unique playthroughs, and the weight of extreme existential dread. Not to mention, I created a 30-page employee manual in my DLC and made a 5-part ARG that still has not been solved. Intellica
You want to just create
is
a
the
business at this point?
sort of dystopian tech company
She's like
that
making
has
a job.
set up this exam. So 2 participants are going to be looking at a question and answering it, and you have to decide if their answers are either artificial or human. It was really, really important to me as I was writing these questions that none of the answers were right or wrong. It is all 100% perspective. I'm not gonna go into it too much, but that's what Qualia is. It's all about your unique experiences based on any of your senses. They're going to be unique to you specifically. So when we're judging these 2 participants based on their answers, we're not looking for right or wrong. We're looking for what feels the most human. I come from the film industry, so I kind of had to work backwards in this game. I knew that I was going to make a text game because I'm a writer, and it was something that I kind of learned as I was going, that when you are writing a game, bigger can actually mean taller, or I guess wider. I don't need to tell the entire story in one playthrough. With this type of branching narrative, looping game, I can add more details and secrets in the different playthroughs. So as somebody goes through and they experience one ending, they can go back, play it again, get a completely different ending, and learn a lot more about the world that I created. It was really great to see that people loved that. There's really nothing like people being able to experience something that you've written
and have it touch them so deeply. People told me that the game made them cry, which, you know, now that's gonna make me cry. Remember, when intelligence isn't enough, just think happy. You can play Qualia right now for free on Steam and itch.
For free?
You could play it in
Wow.
your browser. You could play it on your phone. You could play it on the toilet. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks.
Play it on the toilet. You can play it while you're taking a shit. Enjoy.
Hello, my name is Mays Dweri, and I am the lead developer and art director of the game Heavy Morning.
Hi, my name is Sarah, and I'm the game supervisor and marketing director of A Heavy Morning. So, A Heavy Morning is a short game about a girl battling with her own mind.
I have this on
Your
my
goal
wish
is simple, get out of bed and get to work in time. However, you will encounter different struggles that will
Existential
make
dread while you
simple tasks
poop.
feel heavier and more challenging.
Isn't that where
than
everybody
usual,
has
all
existential
being a
dread?
reflection of the main character's
In the
delicate
bathroom?
mental health.
Heavy Morning began as a small challenge that grew from my master's diploma and eventually became a true passion project of mine that I've been working on for the past couple of years. I have always been fascinated by the space where art, storytelling, and audience agency overlap, and by how giving someone the power to interact with a story can transform the whole experience that they have. Turning this concept into a video game with the interaction element, felt like the perfect way to break down the barrier between art and its audience.
The game is 100% hand-drawn and traditionally animated with an unconventional
Ooh.
art style that imitates
Traditionally
paintbrush
animated.
textures and dull colors that, depending on the choices you make in the game, the colors will turn brighter or
You
darker.
feel this game
Our
depiction
goal
of
with
getting
the
out of
game
bed. Yeah.
was to create something that could be fun and visually pleasing, yet also serious in a way, heartfelt and deeply personal. I wanted it to be a game that not only tells a story, but also touches the player in a meaningful way.
Really hope you enjoy this experience. Thank you so much, Danes for Games, for giving us a spot here at your event. We're very happy, so please wish list a Heavy
It takes a
Morning.
lot
It's
of
coming
guts
out
to make a
very, very
game
soon.
that's so deeply
And yeah,
personal.
see you. Bye.
But then you realize that a lot of people have also felt that way or is feeling that way. So
Hi,
Letter
my name
Lost.
is Christine with Letter Lost, and I have a secret to tell you.
Oh, where is
What?
my mind? I'm Liv. I'm over at the main branch.
For the past year, I've been voice acting and running the social media for Letter Lost, and I've been doing it all in character as Liv.
Keep in mind what I told you, and you'll do just fine.
I may be talking to you today as Christine, but in most promotional material, you'll hear my voice as Liv. She apparently works over at the main branch and is your primary guide to your new permanent job at the post office. She's your benevolent boss and always wants the best for you, right?
And if it ever gets to be too much, just remember,
Maybe.
it was your choices that led you here.
We've had fun integrating Liv into the promotional materials, planting seeds of doubt about her trustworthiness, making you question her motives. Liv seems to want to bring new employees into the island of Carnum, and frankly, isn't that what marketing is too? It's been a match made in heaven. Ultimately, it's up to you to decide what your opinion of Liv is as you play the game. But don't be surprised if she starts to form an opinion about you as well.
Hi,
How
I'm
dare
Bailey
she?
Wagner, the 2D artist and one of the writers putting faces to the names of the people of Carnum Isle. Carnum is an ever-dismal place, haunted by dark clouds and somber histories, and we wanted to make sure that was reflected in the art style. We decided to lean into a mishmash of the 1930s to 50s aesthetics, since those eras have a dystopic, saccharine feeling we could exploit. Before I draw a character, I have to write the character, which is most often informed by what Carnum itself needs. Doesn't every sad, rainy island need a jaded detective, an obnoxiously cheery mayor, and a kelpie lurking in the depths? We really want Carnum to feel like a living, breathing place of surprises at every turn. That lends itself to a diverse cast of colorful NPCs whose fates are shaped by your decisions. So at the end of the day, it's your choices that led you here.
Nice. Wish list now.
Hi, I'm Isolde. I'm the creative director of the Pixel Rats, a two-people indie game studio. We are working on a stealthy platform adventure called Kyo Bunny Tavern. Kyo is a
looks
side-scrolling
cool.
mix of platforming, stealth, adventure, puzzles, shooting, and cat petting. Set in a neon-lit pixel world that is controlled by awfully evil rabbits. The game is a satire about modern society and surprises you with constantly changing gameplay, pole dancing foxes, and an overdose of
Pole
style,
dancing foxes,
attitude,
Foxy, no.
and humor. Before this project, I had no experience with game creation or pixel art, but I taught myself pixel art using Sprite and pictures of Tokyo. My partner is an
That's
experienced
cool.
developer, and he created their own game engine from scratch. I use our level editor to make the levels and the cities. All our assets are 2D, but we wanted our pixel art to jump out of the screen as if it's 3D, and shadows that affect the gameplay. So we created a sculpting tool to generate normal maps and other data needed for dynamic lighting. This is my little work area, and as you can see, I'm a huge fan of Japanese anime, art, cute plushes, and all of this was a big inspiration for the game world. Side note, when I'm not working on Kyo, I'm usually pole dancing because that's my other favorite hobby. I had a
She's
lot
the
of fun
fox.
making the cats and the foxes do moves on the pole that I could only dream about doing myself. What I love most about making games is thinking about how people will feel when they're playing it. In making Kyo, I try to make it a journey for people where they never expect what's coming. You can try it for yourself.
Ooh, a demo. Remnant Records.
What's your name?
Hi, I'm Emily, co-founder and main developer of Noctiluca Studio. We're a two-person team and we released Remnant Records early last year. Remnant Records is a co-op horror investigation game. You've probably heard that one before.
Co-op
Here,
horror.
you'll have to uncover what happened to the inhabitants of various haunted places. Their story is not a simple backdrop. You'll have to piece it back together correctly in order to free them, even if it's against their own wishes. There are 4 roles for you to play as, each with their abilities and skill trees. The crafty cartomancer can use cards to trap or trick the ghost. The ingenious electrician has a varied tool set to light her path, whatever the conditions.
Ugh.
The medium has a deep connection to the dead. And the bodyguard is, well, a problem solver.
Just smashed through. And what are your skills? I can punch.
The elusive mannequin.
I can punch really hard.
The dimension-traveling reflection. The playful orphan. Many entities await you. And if you're to elude them, you better learn to think fast. Or run even faster.
I would be the muscle guy so I can
Gather
run
your
out.
friends right now and get Remnant Records on Steam. Thank you.
As soon as I hear a noise, I'm busting through the front door and I'm leaving.
We're back. We are missing one person, but you know, they may or may not come back, and that's not because they don't want to be here. It's because we've scared them. Literally, like the last segment of Spotlights was just too intense, and so they needed a break. So, Sam, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to freak you out like that. I did kind of warn you that some of the stuff was scary, but yeah, Sam may be back once she calms down.
You
from the
choose
fear
that
of,
guy.
like, this entire showcase. But I'm gonna throw it to Mackenzie, and yes, I'm gonna ask you, Mackenzie. And no, you can't cheat. Which Spotlight, which game caught your interest?
All of them. Don't tell me what I can't do. No,
It's just, I'm gonna do what I want to do.
I'll do what I want.
I'm not really
no,
into
I
like
love Blood or Lost. Might be
co-op
a little
horror games like
biased
that,
'cause
but it
I'm
looks pretty cool.
working
Like that
with a
one
team,
specifically looks
but
really cool.
It's kind of like a Paper Please meets Inscription, and it plays off as like a totally normal post office employee, but very quickly you will realize there is much more going on. And then if I could pick a second one, Remnant Records looked really, really good too, and really spooky. Plus it's multiplayer, so that one is like, let's get the gang together, let's go, let's all scream together.
I love me a good multiplayer game. Love
Yes.
it. Hi, Christine. What about you?
Me, this time I'm going to do the opposite. The other ones I picked one. This one, I'm going to say all of them. I love the dev spotlights, because I love when we get insight and they talk about it, because I love watching like interviews and stuff like that, and people talk about the projects they're working on and what inspires them about it and what they love, what they hope people will receive from it. So I will say all of them. I really love those.
I like that too, because then you get a sense of like how much work they're putting
thing,
into it.
Okay, actually, going into the next thing.
Guys, we're doing this shimmy. Hold on, we're doing this shimmy because I talk too much and I need to know like when we need to stop, and so everybody's shimmying to let me know that I need to wrap it up. Okay, Christine, sorry.
Okay. I'd like to introduce our next guest host, which is Krista from Wings, who will be introducing our star player segment, which I'm really, really excited about. Okay.
Yes, our star player segment is focused on all the... what am I telling you? I'm going to let Krista tell you. Krista's really good at telling you what the star player segment is about. So stay tuned, and yeah, we're going to throw it to Krista. See you guys in a bit.
Hello everyone, I'm Krista, also known as It's Lulu on the internet. I've been working in the video games industry for a while, doing a handful of different fun things. Right now I'm a freelance community manager for a bunch of really cool games, and I also work for Wings, an incredible organization who invests in amazing games made by women and gender marginalized developers. But enough about me. Wow, we've been treated to so many amazing game trailers, and also the talent of all of these developers, truly inspiring. But now, it's time for the stars of the show. Our next segment celebrates the amazing individuals and organizations who make the video game space shine. Let's take a look at some star players.
Star players.
Hey, my name is Jamie, but I also go by Swiper on the internet, and I play through games, check out gaming news, and discuss what could be next for the industry. Gaming is one of the ways that I connect with people, whether it's through multiplayer battles or co-op collaboration, especially when we're able to play together in person. Being able to see the look on someone's face when I win, whether it's on a team with them or I won by myself, it makes for some priceless memories. It's also a great way to connect with people virtually. Some of my favorite gaming memories happen while I was on stream. Gaming is also one of my favorite ways to experience storytelling. It's the ultimate way of like walking a mile in someone else's shoes and being able to live a life that's different from your own, at least most of the time. I also love to watch other people play games, especially decision-based games, because I think that's really how you get to know somebody. But in that same vein,
true.
I think that game stories can connect us all too, because we're all experiencing these same events, but it's how we react to those events and the decisions that we make that end up making our experiences unique.
Hi, hello. If you don't know me, I go by Evie.
A dog.
My pronouns are she, her. And this is my lovely familiar Lacey. She's the real star. I'm a cozy, chaotic variety streamer who's very queer, very neurospicy, and we talk about mental health quite a lot because I am a student therapist. I stream a variety of different games. It's kind of just whatever fits my fancy on the day. Gaming was always a bonding experience when I was younger. I have two older brothers. I would just sit and watch them play video games. That initial
I feel that.
bonding and
I do that all the
community that
time.
I got from gaming with my brothers has now transformed into this amazing community that I have here on Twitch. It's a space where people can escape their lives for a little bit. It's nice just being able
It was
to
my
come
first
home and sit
Let's Play.
down
Was
and
watching my brother.
load up whatever my current hyperfixation
Just sitting there
is
watching them play
infinity,
games.
and I just vibe and have a great time. Well, happy Halloween.
I'm KB, but you can call me Dun _. Find me across all social media. I'm your resident horror girly, both in watching horror movies and series.
The Thing
and
poster
playing
back
horror
there.
games, especially indie horror games. If you look on my YouTube,
Never
and
thought
my
about it like
Twitch,
that.
that's usually what you can find me playing. I'm a 37-year-old stay-at-home mom, and this is my dungeon. I sit in here.
It looks incredible.
And I get to put myself in the
Look at all the
shoes
skulls.
of all these different amazing, horror characters and see how I would live this crazy situation out. It's probably my favorite aspect of playing any game, not just horror games, but something I would never do in real life, I get to do in this chair, in this room, and on video for my viewers.
Hello, stunners. I'm Rue, Jitteru, your sparkling diva of dating sims and otome games. From indie treats to mainstream meals, there's always enough drama to haunt your heart forever. Gaming has always been my comfort and connection. I played with my brother, my friends, my hubby, and now with all my dazzling stunners on stream. Romance games are my glittery stars when the sky is dark. Proof that magic, hope, and swoony feelings are out there. I discovered otome games in 2024 and instantly became obsessed. I went through dozens of titles and endless husbandos like potato chips, and this summer, Jitteru
Like potato
content
chips.
creator mode began. Your diva who hardly met a game she couldn't squee over. Why don't we simp together? I'll be right here. Jitteru on Twitch, YouTube, and more. Kinda everywhere. Well, that's all for now. Bye.
Hello to all of the ghouls and ghosts out there. I'm Anise, also known as Authentically Anise on the internet. I am a Twitch streamer and cosplayer, and I exist almost entirely on the internet. If I'm not on the internet, I'm probably sleeping. I play a
Probably sleeping.
to scary horror and some really hard games that I'm really bad at, and my chat likes to make fun of me, but that's fine because I also will make fun of me when I play those. I am very bad, so it's okay. I love gaming. It has always been kind of an escape for me because I've always had a bit of a hard time making friends, so gaming, I can immerse myself into the game, and it has helped me make a lot of friends between finding people who play the same games as me and being like, hey, we should play together again, adding them on Steam, becoming friends that way, and through cosplaying. Cosplaying is a huge way I've made friends, especially when I like to cosplay some niche games. So finding people who also cosplay the games and they become friends, and then we play together, and it's just, that's how I've met some of my most favorite people and some of my best friends. So I will be forever grateful to gaming for introducing me to almost all of my favorite people. I am so excited to find even more games to cosplay from during this showcase, and I'm so excited for you guys to all find such amazing games to play. There has to be at least one game that you like, so keep watching, and bye-bye!
Hi everyone, my name is Ash Said Hi, and I am honored to be a part of the Star Player segment here with Dames for Games. My content creator
Look at all
journey
those
has led me to
plushies.
playing many retro games
God.
on my channel.
That's the
what I
dream.
focus on. Retro games and indie games with a retro vibe. I love connecting with people through the joy of retro gaming, whether that's playing a classic game for the very first time and having people live vicariously through my experience, or playing a game that we know and love and reliving all of those things that we find joy in. Content creation is very personal to me.
Oh yeah,
I
the
get to
Disney
express
stores.
all the best
With,
parts
like,
of
their
myself
little
and
tower
share
of
everything
plushes.
with my audience that I love, and I get to be myself on camera. So there's nothing better than connecting with an audience through genuine love and joy.
But think about it. You have a little
I'm
room,
also one of the
plushes
leaders
everywhere,
for the
pillows,
Twitch
a
Women's
hammock
Guild.
maybe, some
And
good
the
lighting,
Twitch
and you
Unity
read a
Guild
book.
program is
Just
incredibly
lay down in the
important to me.
plushes and read a book.
The Twitch Unity Guild program shows creators that they belong in this space by creating a community where others can find people with like life experiences and really show the world that we belong in this space. I love it. It highlights marginalized people and shows everyone in the world that content creation knows no boundaries. I'm also going to TwitchCon soon, and I love going to TwitchCon. One of my favorite things about going to TwitchCon is meeting people. I believe that the magic of Twitch is connecting with people on a human level, and going to TwitchCon, I'll be able to say hi to all of my friends, and we get to learn through panels, or we get to hang out and just have fun. It is one of my favorite times of year. Upcoming, I have a lot of cool things going on. I'll be hosting at
Yeah.
DreamHack.
Yeah, I'm
I'll be
gonna
doing a
speak on that
charity stream
afterwards,
with
'cause
Starlight
it's,
Children's Foundation, and
it's a
many
little sad
other
to
awesome
see.
things. I've been big into building and doing puzzles and playing all kinds of cool retro games. So
You
hopefully
know, it's like
I can
women
see you
supporting
all
women. I
soon
get that.
on my
I love
Twitch
that.
channel
That's
or
what I want.
somewhere online or
And to
maybe at a
just like completely
convention. So
disregard
until then, don't
like
forget to tell your friends Ash said
sexual
hi.
assault towards a woman. And you keep
Guys,
bringing up
we're back,
TwitchCon.
and I just want to say thank
Just
you
it's
to
not
everyone
it's not
who has
good.
tuned in for our Dames for Games, just kidding, Ghouls for Games showcase. I want to thank Mackenzie. I want to thank Sam. She would be here, but Tom Nook, you know, he's you know Tom Nook. You know Tom
Yeah,
Nook.
we know
So
Tom.
she went back to the island and she's
We know Tom.
working up some stuff. But really appreciated Sam being here with us today. And I want to thank Christine. But before I let everybody roll out and like tell you what they're doing and where you can find them, I also want to take some time to thank our broadcast partners. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much. With your help, we're able to reach larger communities and we're able to showcase these amazing developers. I also want to thank our sponsors. Thank you so much for your help with your donations, with the funds that you provide. We're able. I keep seeing people walk behind you, and it's like so quickly, Mackenzie. It's like a horror movie. It's kind of scary.
It's part of my spooky background, you know.
No, I love that. I love that because I'm like,
it's happened a few times. I'm like, I hope she knows that they're there. You know,
as long as we're not wearing Jason's mask, I think I'm okay.
No, you're good. You're good. I saw a dog, and anytime there's a pet, you're probably set. But
oddly enough, his
guys,
name is Indy.
Yes, there is a lot of TwitchCon gushing.
But I got thrown off because there's stuff happening in the background. But yeah, just a huge thank you to our community as well, and to the D4Team team for everything that they do to help keep things going. It is volunteer based, and we are again letting you guys know that we're raising funds. So if you've been watching the showcase and you've seen a QR code pop up, that was a way to donate. But if you didn't catch that, lucky for you, the show's still going to be up, so you can rewind and go find that QR code and go donate. But yeah, it's the end. I'm hungry. I know Mary's hungry. She keeps telling me to wrap it up. But before we wrap it up, I'm going to throw it to Mackenzie. So Mackenzie can tell us where we can find her and all the goodies that she's gotten into.
Yeah, you can find me on all socials and on Discord under the name Nerder She Wrote. Not murder, Nerder.
Nerder. Wow.
And if you're a dev out there and you're looking
I
for
do like
some
Murder
marketing
She Wrote,
help,
though.
That's exactly what Nerder She Wrote does. I help you with your Steam page optimization, if you need trailers made, key art, if you need help getting into festivals, doing those applications, and your go-to-market plan, all that fun marketing stuff that most devs hate doing, but I love doing. So I'd love to work together with you, and if you're looking for help, just hit me up. Nerder She Wrote.
Hit her up.
That's
She's
really
a jack of
cool.
all trades. Yeah, she's jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Hi, Christine. Tell everybody about your world domination plans and where they can find you if they want to join your crew.
To join, you can follow me at iChristine. That's AYCHRISTENE. My family's different, okay? Don't come for me. But yes, you can check out my gaming channel, iChristine Games, for lovely streams. Just did a 104-hour streamathon, so you can
Holy
catch all of
moly.
that on the gaming channel. I stream on every platform, so any platform that exists. No, I take that back. So YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok, you can check me out there. And enjoy the stuff that I'm also doing with
Not
Games
kick.
for Games with the content
No.
creator program. So shout out to all of our creators that are partnering with us and helping raise money and be a part of the awesome things that are happening here.
Heck yeah.
All right, guys, and that's it. You can turn the lights on, go watch some cartoons, but make sure you go check out the Steam event. Go wishlist some games. I mean, we had a variety here. There's a little something for everybody. And stay tuned for our next showcase. We will be coming back in March. We have some amazing plans. We're going to celebrate Women's Month in style with a few other people. So big thank you again to our community. And as I said at the beginning, make sure you're safe out there. Things are going crazy right now. You don't have to go outside and touch grass. You can stay inside and play video games if you want. I'm totally on par with that. But yeah, that's it. I guess we'll catch you in 2026.
Yay!
Woohoo! All right, me see. How much?
Are you happy?
Wait, what was that? Can I go back? Just don't socialize. Okay, there are credits. Okay, I'm gonna let the credits roll. Twitch gets a special thank you. I'm wondering if that has anything to do with it. Okay. So that was the Dames for Games, Ghouls for Games showcase. I am a little sad, very disappointed that they didn't mention what happened at TwitchCon. Especially considering that, you know, they're all about creating safe spaces for women. And I was hoping that it would at least get touched on a little bit, especially since everybody was talking about going to TwitchCon, loving TwitchCon, stuff like that. So I'm a little disappointed on that. But I still think what they do is very important. I still think what Dames for Games does is important. That it does give women a voice in gaming, whether they're developers, content creators, or just you're just a fan of games in general, right? But yeah, I'm hoping they release a statement or something, because it is it's a little weird that they didn't mention anything, and they just kind of like acted like nothing happened, and I don't know, it leaves a bad taste in my mouth with that. But I do support what Dames for Games does, because I think more women should make games. More women should play games. You know, the stigma that, oh, you have to be the best at games in order to play games. No, you don't have to be the best at games in order to play games. You just have to enjoy them. And there's tons of different games out there that you can enjoy. It's not like, oh, you only have to play Souls, like you only have to play Metroidvanias. No, there's puzzles, there's visual novels, you know. There's so much. That's why I always encourage people to try out demos. Demos is a great way just to experiment with different types of genres, which I do all the time. That's why I was like, deck building games are actually kind of good when they're really good, you know? So like you get surprised at things you discover through demos, and they're free. All it takes is, oh, you have to install this and play it forever, like for whatever amount of time the demo lasts, right? And then you can just forget about it if it sucks. You know, you're not spending any money, nothing like that. But I am going to continue fundraising for Dames for Games. And I'm hoping that they release something about that. But yeah, I'm going to put the link of the Steam page in the description. There are games that are already out, and it didn't seem like a ton of games had demos, but I want to go and see what demos are available. But yeah, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you for the donations. We've unlocked, so we have $30. We unlocked a very cute Foxy YouTube short, and I'm going to post it sometime today. What time is it? It's almost 2. I'm gonna post it later on today, so you'll see that up on my YouTube. And if you want to know like the donation goals and everything like that, it's also on my YouTube on my posts, so then you can see like what amount unlocks what. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining me. Check out the demos, and I will see you tomorrow for a very silly noir cat detective game called Cat Detective Albert Wild. So I'll see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. But yeah, thank you. Bye.